Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I edit my thumbnails from start to finish, and this is going to be a tutorial. So if you don't know anything about editing, that is okay. I'm going to break it down for you guys as best as I can for you to understand it. Now here are some examples of what my thumbnails look like. As you can see, these over here are a little bit more on the simpler side, and I usually just pose for a thumbnail and then add some like text or maybe like a PNG or something. And then these over here, which are my more complicated ones, which are usually for my hauls because I like to include lots of pictures, and there's just a lot more going on than over here. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I do these, because if you know how to do these, it's basically the same concept, just a little simpler. So I'm going to be doing my thumbnail for my most recent video, which was my skincare products. I never done a video like this where I screen record my computer screen. And if you guys are interested in more types of videos like this, definitely let me know down below. I could do like an editing with me series where I maybe show you guys how I edit my videos, Instagram photos, or other things that you would want to see. Okay, so we're gonna go in Safari, and the app I use is Canva, and you can do this on mobile because it is an app on the App Store that you were able to download. I just personally use their website just because I think that it's easier on a desktop. It's a bigger screen, and I don't know, I just personally like it better that way. But if you don't have a laptop or desktop to do it on, it is available on mobile. So we're gonna start from scratch, and this is gonna look a little bit different if you are using mobile, but it's the same kind of concept, just maybe with the buttons being in different placements. But you can either go up to this, which is create a design, and it'll show you like suggestions. Mine's already suggestion because that's what I mainly use this app for. Or you can type it in here, so YouTube thumbnail, and it'll be the first one. The dimensions are 1280 by 720. So you're gonna click on that and select the blank one. So once we have that, I'm gonna export my thumbnail. Sometimes it's on my camera, sometimes it's on my phone. Today I just have it on my phone. So all I'm gonna do, I have 3 photos to choose from for today. So we're gonna basically just airdrop them. So I'm then gonna select those and drag them over in this area. I don't know if I like that one, that one's at a weird angle. And you can crop it to however you want it. If you just want the picture in it and no excess, you can drag the sides and it'll make it skinnier or taller. So we're just gonna do right about there and then make it bigger by using this. So that is a base of what I want this to look like. If you guys already seen that video, you already know what the thumbnail and the outcome is gonna be. But whenever I'm making my thumbnails, I usually just have an idea in my head of what I want it to look like. I usually picture it first when I'm taking the picture for the thumbnail, so I already have an idea of how I'm going to edit it. Whatever emoji that I want, if you want to use emojis or any type of picture, this works for. So just type in whatever you want and then put PNG at the end, and that'll make it so it has a transparent background, so when you put it on the picture, there's not like a white box around it. So not PNGs are available for everything, so like this one, it still has a white background in the back. So we're just gonna take that out really easily. This is why I like using a Mac, because it's really easy to do this. You can't do this on a mobile, but you double click it, you click this markup tool, and then go over here to like the instant alpha it's called, I don't know. And then you can basically just drag and take away whatever you want. So I'm gonna choose to go like around, sometimes it's tricky, and then just delete it using the delete button, and then it'll convert it to a PNG. So here it has a transparent background, and then as you guys will see in 1 second, when you drag that into the app, it will be transparent. So that's how you make PNGs for any type of like emojis or overlays that you want on a certain picture. I'm also gonna put a marble wallpaper down just so it can be in the background, but as you can see, it covers up the picture. So you want to go to position, and this is basically just gonna put it behind whatever pictures you have on. So I'm not gonna add some text. You can do that over here, and they already have some like preset ones with like certain texts and in certain sizes, but I always just go for these 3. I'm going to go for the biggest one, and I already know what I'm going to say. This is going to depend on your thumbnail and how you personally want it to look. I'm just gonna do the best products. So the best, I'm all gonna make them in separate text. I'm not gonna type all together, just so they can be like by themselves and not like all together, you know. Alright, and you can change the text, the font, and anything like that by making it highlighted and then going up here to the options. You can change text, font, you can change the size, color, you can underline it, put it in italics, bold, all that stuff. But I'm just going to be doing it in the basic standard text. Then I just play around with the placing. I can like tilt them and stuff like that. So now we have this, and I'm now gonna put boxes behind the text just to make it pop a little bit more and make it more visible to read, since we do have a marble background behind it. I'm gonna go over to elements, and this isn't my recently used, but if you just scroll down a little bit you'll see shapes, and these are free, so you can use these without any charge. So you have a box and you can customize the size to whatever you want it. So I'm gonna make it the size of whatever text. So I'm gonna do the first. So I'm gonna make it just so it can go behind it, and I'm gonna tilt it a little bit so the is in the middle of the box. And I'm gonna make the box a different color. I'm gonna make it white. So I'm gonna highlight the box, click on it, and then go up here to the color, and then go behind it and select white. So that's what that looks like, and that's how to highlight text and do all those like cool boxes. A really easy shortcut, instead of doing all that over again, resizing it, you can click what you just did, do copy and paste, so Command C and then Command V to paste it, and then it'll just be the same thing. Tilt it a little bit, and as you can see it overlays the text. So we go to position again, backward, and it will go behind it. So I'm going to move the products up a little bit just because I have in my mind that I want to put like little clip art down here. And to match what's going on in the picture over here, there's like orange slices, so we're going to open a new tab and we're going to type in orange slices gel eye patch, because that's what they are, and then PNG. These probably aren't going to have a PNG just because it's not like a common like emoji heart, you know? Alright, so I found the picture that I was looking for, and as you can see it doesn't have a transparent background. So again, we're going to have to do that by double clicking on it to open it up. Go to the marker, the magic wand, and then just like moving your cursor. And then once you have it to where you want, you click delete and then convert. We're gonna again drag that in here. Now this is gonna be a little bit more complicated because we're not just gonna be regularly dragging it here and then just putting it here and calling it a day. We're gonna actually crop it to only make it one orange slice. I'm gonna make that a little bit bigger just because thumbnails are really small, especially if you're on mobile and you're just like scrolling through YouTube. So you have to make sure that the text is big enough to be like visible on a little screen like a phone. So now we have just a single one. We're going to copy and paste it with Command C, Command V to paste it, and now we have like two. So we turned this little picture here into this. We're also going to add that sparkle PNG from earlier that we did, and then put it up here in the corner just to fill in the empty space over here. So now that looks like that. And now I want to put a jade roller somewhere down here. So here's one right here. Again, not a PNG, so just quickly remove the background. Also, if you run into problems like this, as you can see, there's still like spots in them. You can always go in and do the same thing. I always like to close out my tabs after I'm done using them as well, just because, I don't know, I feel like it makes my computer run faster, it's more organized, and it's just less going on. So now we have it. You click on it to bring it here, and then we're just gonna size it using little points around the corner and make it as small or as big as we want. We're gonna tilt it a little bit, and then place it like that. I'm actually kind of noticing as I'm looking at this picture over here that the colors are a little bit dull compared to like everything that's going on over here. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to open a new tab and I'm going to type in facial serums. So here, as you can see, is the same serums here, just a lot brighter and more vibrant in color, obviously because it's from the internet. And this picture is kind of bad lighting, but we can fix that in a second. So we're gonna remove the background from these 3 serums. And then now we have these 3 things, but we can't just kind of like sit it in here because it doesn't really match up. So we're gonna do what we did with the orange slices. We're gonna crop the picture so it's only one of them, and we're gonna line it up with the real one in the fridge. And you guys probably didn't even notice when you were looking at the thumbnail, maybe you did, but the skincare serums that are in the fridge are PNGs off the internet. So even though they are there in real life, like they're not fake, it just makes it look more appealing and more colorful. As you can see, this kind of looks fake. It looks like 2 pictures running into each other. So again, click on whatever one you want to go behind. Click on position and then go backward. But you don't want to go backward too much or else it'll go behind the actual picture. So just go back until it's behind one or the other. It might look ridiculous because you're focusing on it and you know that it's like fake, but if you just take an overall glance at it, it just makes it look more appealing and like the colors are matching and everything like that. So yeah, that is the final outcome for this. Then to export it and actually make it able to use, you go to download over here, select PNG, keep the size where it is because that's the YouTube thumbnail size, and then just click download and it'll start preparing your design. And then once it's finished doing that, you can select where you want it to go, so like your desktop if you want it in a certain folder, and you do that by going up here. It'll automatically go in your downloads, but I always like to put it just on my desktop. So now it will be right here, and that is the final thumbnail. So that was basically it for how I edit my thumbnails. If you guys liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and also comment down below if you guys have any questions, if you're confused, if anything was like complicated, if I didn't explain something right. Try not to get too frustrated. Just kind of navigate around the app or the website, play around with some different features, tools, and things like that, and practice will make perfect. Subscribe to my channel and don't forget to turn on all my post notifications so you get a notification in your Dropbox every time I upload a video. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much, and bye guys.